still gotta cuddle you a little bit. But
Alright, we're recording?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're recording.
Yeah,
there's the little red dot.
Red dot
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Should I say where we are?
Maybe we should introduce ourselves.
Okay, yeah, so we're in the Clockwork Rooms doing a little club video because I get all these questions to my channel and to like my Facebook page and everything asking about making Irish characters for LARP or like ideas for them. And I'm an idiot and I don't know exact stories from Irish folklore and stuff, but there's a YouTube channel out there that does. This lad.
I think he's talking about me!
So, Hog Dice. Adam, do you go by Hog Dice or Steve?
Yeah, people can call me Steven.
Which you prefer online?
Hog Dice on YouTube. Hog Dice was actually just a name I was using on my Tumblr account, and then people started referring to me as Hog. Hog. So I was like, okay, I'll go with that.
Like, southern, like, hey Hog. Also turning into Hagen-Dazs there.
Yeah.
The more we said it.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of into that though. So we were decided to, answer these queries for like ideas for Irish characters. Kind of throw out a few ideas / advice maybe for playing Irish characters.
I think first I'd like to go into areas to avoid.
Yep.
I used to run the Dublin chapter of Werewolf the Forsaken, part of the Camarilla, the big global White Wolf LARP. And if players in, say, America or Australia or something, if they wanted to play an Irish character, then the Irish team would have to approve their Irish character. And we saw some nonsense, a lot of it. I'm usually not someone who would divide things along gender lines. I think that's normally horse shit, but you could actually divide this on gender lines. The lads always wanted to play a dock working, whiskey drinking, bare knuckle boxing fella in the rap.
Okay. And that's what we're all like though, so that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Every single man wanted to play that. The women would always specify red hair and would also always say that people would whisper that their character had a touch of fey blood to them. Every single time. Every single time.
I always find that there's lads always want to be like they want to have charismatic as a trait that they can assign to a character.
Yeah.
And it's always cringy. It's always like, oh man, stop. And it's always, more often than that, I don't even say always, but tends to turn into the typical Americanized, America, Hollywood idea of what an Irish person sounds like.
Boondock Saints.
Oh, no, don't say that.
The only one who got close was Billy Connolly, and that's because he's Scottish.
That's pretty close anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of, I think you gotta be really careful when you try to play an Irish character. I know some people were saying they're just based on Irish folklore.
Yeah, Irish folklore and stuff, you've got lots of things. It depends on what you want to do. If it's a heavy, hardcore fantasy LARP, you got things like Dullahan, the Headless Horseman, though that's a little bit hard to pull off. Maybe Fuela, the Irish Werewolves. You could do two of the Danin, but Milesians, most modern Irish people, would be descended from the Milesians, and we were they were the ones who took over and forced the Tuatha De Danann underground, and normal humans did that.
I'm learning a lot already. I've been here 5 minutes, and I'm like, oh, we did? Even just for an idea, the idea of the part of Cuchullin's story, where he replaces some Hall's hound, where he got his name, and he's like, okay, I killed you. Basically, he's like, I killed your dog. I'm sorry. Until you raise a new dog to guard your territory or your property, I'll do that.
I'll do that. That was my ancestor's dog.
What?
I'm a Cullen.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah, it was Cullen's dog he killed.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, it was Cuchulainn, right?
You can do stuff like that. You say obligation and contracts. The word geisha. Not like a geisha in Japan.
Yeah, Japanese.
It's more like a sort of, geisha is plural. The singular would be gyas, and it's you swear an oath to do or to not do a certain thing, and in exchange you receive a certain amount of power. Cuchulainn had 2 gyasa or geisha he had sworn. One was to always accept hospitality, and another was to never eat dog meat.
Right. Those are pretty good. Yeah,
and
I'm on board with those.
How he was caught out in the end was the Morrigan was sick of him, and posed as an old woman and asked him to sit down by her fire and have some food, which was dog meat. So there was nothing he could do. If he turned it down, he was not accepting her hospitality and breaking that gas. And if he ate it, then he was eating dog meat and breaking that gas. And that broke his power, and it's why he was able to be killed.
He lost his superpowers kind of thing if he did that?
Yeah, it broke it basically broke his invincibility.
It goes to show I didn't know the end of the story.
Yeah.
So spoiler alert. A couple thousand-year-old spoiler alert right there.
Like you can use that concept for anything. You can have a gas swearing you to do anything and providing you with basically any power you want. You can use it in any kind of character. It could be a werewolf or a vampire or a changeling or I don't care, wizards, bards, anything.
It has that oath-bound sort of thing to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. That's a cool concept already.
Yeah, and it can apply to, like, as I was saying, any kind of character.
Right.
And it's a very good way of putting in a bit of Irish flavour in a very easy way that also builds your character.
And you don't need to put on a shit accent for it.
You got a thing for werewolves, wolves in general. There's the Fuela, who were like... There's a few different ideas on the Fuela, but they were basically Irish werewolves. They could transform whenever they wanted, really.
Handy.
And they protected people. That was their job. They specifically protected travellers.
Would they be like monsters, or were they like just more like, whoop, I'm a wolf now?
Yeah, just straight up, I'm a wolf now.
Right. So you don't have to do the whole like
there's justification to do it if that's what you want to do. But like, yeah.
So there's a source for friendly werewolf character.
And like, there's two different ideas. One was that it differs which saint. I think it's usually Saint Columbana cursed them to be able to turn into wolves when they wanted to.
Poor them,
and
giving them
have
powers.
to protect people, which makes no sense as a curse.
No.
And then there's the fact that there's records of the idea in pre-Christian Ireland that the King of Ireland could call up the Fuela to join the Irish army anytime he wanted. Which is also a great character concept right there. You are a conscripted Fuela in the Irish army.
That's it right there.
Another thing would be like actually this is really good. This is really good if you want to play an Irish character, because something that's big in old Irish culture was fosterage. If you were, like, say, at war with another chieftain and you wanted to make peace or something, you would exchange children and raise each other's kids as your own.
Right.
And there was a lot of stuff about, like, the bonds of fosterage and the legal status of foster children, and they were almost considered more legitimate than blood children. But
what?
Yeah. Okay. And in the folklore, like, foster children are generally more loyal.
Oh, because you chose these children kind of thing. All right, okay. It's not coincidence that you're in that family sort of thing.
But it wouldn't just even be between different groups of Irish people. Like, there could be, like, this group off in Britain or this group off in Norway or whatever, and you could exchange fosters and...
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, you could be the foster child from some group in Norway or America or anywhere.
That is such a good way of pulling it off. Like, you could still play a character from Ireland, but from Norway or something. Yeah,
you could be from another country and, according to the old culture, be just as Irish as everyone was born here, and you wouldn't have to do the accent.
That should be bigger news. Like, that would solve so many problems. I've definitely bumped into a lot of people that I would consider friends and everything, and they play Irish characters, and I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, but sometimes I am a bit like...
I've no problem with people playing Irish characters, but look, American TV... never gets the voice right, so don't rely on that.
No. Or YouTube tutorials. Don't trust them as much as you do. I think there's some very specific people out there who know I'm talking at them. People online being like, here's a tutorial how to do an Irish accent.
Oh no.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And it's like,
oh no.
And they're like, oh, okay, cool, I got it.
Unless your character is from the arsehole of Offaly, do not say Bagara.
But, yeah, don't. Dracula. Is it an Irish character technically?
Kind of. Some scholars debate. There was this ancient legend of a vampire king in Derry who was awful and was constantly feeding on his people, and Fionn McCool killed him 3 times. And the 3rd time he consulted with some druids and they said, bury him upside down this time, that'll stop him. His name was Avartok.
Avartok. That sounds like it's a different name backwards or something like that. That's his weakness, you have to say his name backwards.
They did bury him upside down.
Okay, so yeah, they buried him backwards. So.
Some scholars say that he was the inspiration for Dracula more so than Vlad the Impaler. Actually, Bram Stoker is another good example. Bram Stoker was very into spiritualism and researching the occult and stuff. So were the parents of Oscar Wilde and other people like that, Lady Gregory. James Joyce was a massive occultist and wrote a book on magic.
Cool. Like how to do it, or just what it's about?
No, how to do it.
God damn.
Victorian era occultist is a fantastic Irish character to play.
Because I guess then you can draw from all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Celtic
a lot of
Druidic or whatever.
A lot of them would have travelled the world or gone to boarding school in other countries and stuff like that. So you can have whatever accent you like. We were talking about it earlier, and Ireland as a country, we spent the past 100 years trying to rebuild a kind of national identity and a cultural identity, and we're not there yet. So we're a little bit sensitive about people dictating what our cultural identity is to us, because we kind of want to finish establishing it first.
Yeah, we haven't decided if we like it yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've been rambling a little while now, so we'll probably leave it there. Definitely go have a look at Stephen's channel. It's Hog Dice. I'll leave a link down in the description below and a link in the end screen. Definitely go over if you want to learn more about Irish folklore and fucking creepy stuff from our past. I love it. Well, cool shit from our past is probably a better way of saying it. As well as carving turnips. That happens. It happens. If you like this video, you can hit the like button. If you want to show your friends this video for some reason, definitely hit the share button. If you want to see more of my videos, you can hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I think that's everything.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys.